Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have the final update for my Panda palette for you. And as I'm sure you guys know, I'm still working on two palettes at the moment. One of them, the palette that I started working on last year. I had to think about that. Pretty sure. Yeah. And then one that I rolled at the start of this year. Let's start with the one from last year. Let's take a quick look at what that would look like last time. And back then, pretty sure I only had the red shade left, which is what I've been focusing in on this month, of course. And now this is where we are right now. As I guess you can see, well, first of all, the red shade is not gone yet. That is very, very clear. But I did hit side pan on one of the sides of the red shade, and I'm slowly working my way towards like the side over here to get it all the way gone. I was kind of hoping to like be at least really close to having it done at this point, but I also realized that I was going to wrap up my Pando's eyeshadows project this month, and I still wanted to hit a few more pans before I had that completely like out of sight basically. And the upcoming month there won't be a Pando's eyeshadows anymore, so I will have full focus on these palettes basically. The red shade I have used another 12 times over the past month, so still not too bad. Bringing me to a total of 97 uses at this point. So I will definitely hit the 100 uses mark on that specific shade before it's gone. It's pretty, like, I feel like hardly pressed mixed in with a little bit of like hard pan type situation, probably from like the oiliness of my skin and the brush and everything mixing up a little bit. So it's not moving as quickly at the moment because I feel like I'm just not like picking up as much, although of course like I'm going in twice per eye basically, like a few dips, put it on my eyes to get like a full coverage the way that I'm looking for, and it's moving slowly but surely. I am 99% sure I can finish this off before the end of the year though, so that's good. Then of course I'm also working on the blush in here. Also that pan has expanded a nice little bit over the last month. I have a little bit of pan, of course a lot of pan here, but a little bit of pan on like the bottom side, if I would turn it around, that is starting to appear as well. I'm pretty sure that kind of like that bridge that is still here will be broken pretty soon, and I can finish off at least that part of the blush, and then we'll start moving in that direction more and more, which I'm already kind of doing because I cannot really reach this part very easily with my blush brush. But I didn't do that at the start of the year because I didn't do that at the start of the month because I was still focused on my Pando's eyeshadows, but I've started to use this part a little bit more again with a blending brush in my crease as kind of a warming up, transition-y type of shade. So I'm pretty sure I can use this side up kind of that way and focus my blush brush a little bit more on that side in the meantime. This one I have used how many times? 26. Yep, 26 times since last time, bringing me to a total of, I had 331 uses before, plus 26 is 357 uses. 357 uses on this blush. And it's still here. Although like the pan is definitely starting to expand quicker and quicker, so I have faith that that will be here for just a couple more months, I hope. It won't be done before the end of the year though, so that's kind of a shame because I've got this whole palette that I definitely would have loved to like have the whole palette gone at the start of the new year. That won't be the case, but I know it's not going to be a whole lot of work anymore because I really start to see the movement now. So that's that one. And then this year I rolled in the Catrice The Seasons Must Have palette. Let's take a quick look at what that one looked like last time. And my goals for this one were mainly to try and hit like corner pan basically in the gray shade. And I knew that I would have a lot more time now to focus in on the burgundy eggplant type of shades. So those were my focus shades in this palette specifically. And this is where we are right now. And once again, as you can see, I did hit my goal on that gray shade for sure, but let's start going through from left to right. Yeah, left to right, up, down. Starting off with the burgundy eggplant, whatever that type of shade is. This one I have used 22 times since last time, which is a lot. That's the first time I've really started to focus in on it on a monthly basis. I did, I think, gravitate towards some other things to try and still get somewhere with my Pandas eyeshadows, as well as the black shade that was still in the Graveyard Project pan for like a tiny bit. No, that doesn't make any sense. Pandas eyeshadow, that's it. Okay. But for most of the month, I have been focusing in on this one as kind of my darkening up outer V outside of my eye crease slash something something shape. As you can see, like, I've got the red on my lids right now. I have the yellow pigment from NYX on top of that to make it more of like an orangey, bronzy, like with a bit of a golden sheen type of shade, because the red is too red and the NYX shade is just a nice one to be able to throw into the mix as well. And I do love the shade that that brings. And then this one is on the outer V a little bit with a little bit of black right now as well. But yeah, 22 uses bring me to a total of 73 at the moment. And I still got a long way to go, but at the same time I can definitely see the difference in like the pan. It has definitely expanded since last time. So that's a first step. Then the gray shade, as you can see, of course, I managed to hit the corner pan. It's moving very slowly still. Of course, there is 2.5 grams or 0.08 ounces of product in here, so it's not a small pan by any means. This shade right here, even though to me it almost looks like half the size of the one next to it, it still has 1.5 grams, which is 0.05 ounces of product. So also this one, not a small eyeshadow. Had I known that it would still take me so long to get through the other eyeshadows in my other palettes, I may not have rolled in this specific palette, because these eyeshadows are just really big and I love to actually get eyeshadows out at a certain point, and it's not really happening. But at the same time, it's good that I didn't know, because otherwise it would have taken me forever to even get to working on this one probably. Anyway, the gray shade I have used 26 times as well, so the same as the blush, which probably is the amount of times I did my makeup since the last time I filmed. I'm filming this a tiny bit early because I'm trying to get all my filming done before we head off, but yeah. So 26 uses. I had 89 in total before, plus 26 is 115. Yeah, 115 uses on the gray shade. That's where we're at. Looking at where we're at, I think I finished off, I'm not even sure if I managed to finish off 1/4, like a quarter of what's in here. I think I did. Maybe not completely yet. I don't know. But yeah, that means I'll probably have to use it another 300 times or so before it's gone. That's quite intimidating. How long did I... Interesting. I'm just looking at my paper with my notes from like all these shades. The champagne shade took me 191 uses to finish off. Definitely not going to have this finished in another 80 uses, but we'll see how it goes. The teal shade I have used once, because there was one day where I felt like I didn't want to go with the warm look that I've been rocking for most of the month. Plus, of course, my Pandas eyeshadows. Anytime I was looking for something slightly different than what's on my lids right now, Pandas eyeshadows came first. But I have used that shade a total of 13 times right now. Of course, I already had pan, pretty sure, on that one when I started off this project, or this palette in this project this year. So that explains why I still have like a bigger pan on that one than I do on this one. Yeah, that's everything I have to say about this guy. So goals for next time. Main goal, definitely for sure, finish off the red shade. These are basically the only like main palettes that I'm going to be working on, especially while I'm traveling for the next couple of weeks-ish once we leave as well. I'm bringing one more palette that will also have like a white brow bony type of shade, because these are not doing that for me. I don't have anything brow bone related in here. So I'm bringing one more palette that I might, whenever I like really feel like this is not doing it for me, throw in, but outside of that, these are going to be my main focus. So I'm hoping to be able to tell you I've used like most of those eyeshadows 30 times. Maybe not the teal shade, but once I finish off the red shade, the teal shade will be my main lid shade probably. I'm going to be a little bit more cool tone. So yeah, that is the plan. I don't know if I have, yeah, finish off the red shade in my Amuse palette, and then for this one I'm gonna keep working, I think, my way kind of down on the gray shade. Let me open it up so it's not glaring. I'm gonna work my way down on this shade. I'm gonna keep working on this one. I've kind of started to focus my brush a little bit more in the top corner right here, so I'm hoping that that is where I will start expanding the pen towards, even though the pen is a little bit more dipped on the bottom side right now, because that's just the way that my brush goes in. But I like to kind of go up to the corner here as well and then start working my way around. And the teal shade, I'm not gonna hope for a corner pen. Well, I'm gonna hope, but I'm not gonna put that as a goal because I think it's not likely, since I still want to finish off the red shade first. But we'll see. Maybe I'll surprise myself. I feel like that is the most powdery shade in this palette. Like, these two are relatively hardly pressed in comparison to the teal shade, so we'll see. But yeah, that's it. I only had like 5 shades to talk about, so I thought this would be a really quick one, but I still have plenty to talk about apparently, because we're still over 10 minutes at the moment. Anyway, that's it. Thank you guys very much for watching. Finale's coming up on a lot of projects soon. I've been filming a little bit over the last couple of days to try and have some things ready for when I'm gone, so that will be coming your way. My videos will probably be a little bit more spread out, just because I can only film so much in advance. There's, like I have said in another video, which might go up after this. I think it will go up after this. Filming my project polish now doesn't make any sense because I've only been using my polishes for like 2 weeks since my last update. And like when I'm back, I'm closer to the actual update date that I normally have. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. I just haven't been able to film enough updates and things before I leave, but it's okay. That's it. I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.